Welcome everyone. Today, we're diving into the concept of critical thinking in future learning, with a strong focus on continuous improvement in a business context. Throughout this session, we will explore how continuous improvement works, the PDCA cycle, and how to provide effective recommendations for future learning. Let's get started. What is continuous improvement? The term continuous improvement might seem straightforward, but what does continuous improvement look like when done in a corporate setting? In simple terms, continuous improvement is an ongoing effort to enhance products, services, or processes. Organizations use structured methodologies to ensure that improvements are sustainable and effective. One of the most widely used approaches for this is the PDCA cycle, which stands for Plan, Do, Check, Act. Now let's break down each stage of the PDCA cycle. What is continuous improvement? The first stage of the PDCA cycle is Plan. In this stage, the focus is on identifying the problem and developing a testable method to address it. This involves asking key questions such as, what is the target we're trying to achieve? What is the scope of the problem? What is the best strategy for the outcome you're trying to achieve? By answering these questions, we create a structured approach to problem solving that increases the likelihood of success. For example, if a company is experiencing delays in product delivery, the planning stage would involve analyzing the root cause of the delays and proposing a solution, such as optimizing the supply chain. The goal here is to create a clear, actionable plan that can be tested. What is continuous improvement? Once the plan is in place, the next stage is Do. This stage can carry out a comprehensive plan or deploy a pilot solution on a lesser scale. In any case, this is an opportunity to try something new and discover if and how it works. During this stage, it's crucial to document the process stages and gather data and feedback along the way, as it provides insights into whether the approach is viable. For instance, if the plan was to optimize the supply chain, the Do stage would involve testing the new process and collecting data on delivery times, costs, and any challenges encountered. This stage is all about experimentation and learning. What is continuous improvement? After implementation, we enter the Check stage. This is where we research the method we've selected and compare the outcomes to what we expected when planning. Key questions to consider include: did it work as planned? Why or why not? What worked and what didn't work? Was the approach effective or successful? What is continuous improvement? In this phase, if the method doesn't work, you may return to the first stage, Planning. This is the time to reflect on what you learned and why it didn't deliver the desired results. If it is successful, you can move on to the final stage. For example, if the supply chain optimization reduced delivery times, you would analyze the data to confirm the improvement and identify any areas for further refinement. What is continuous improvement? The final stage of the PDCA cycle is Act. In this stage, you take the learnings from the previous stages and fully execute the new solution. Remember that this is neither the ultimate solution nor the only way. Instead, it becomes the new standard against which future advancements will be measured. In addition, much of the significance of continuous improvement may be found in what a company does after going through the phases listed above. When changes are made to a process in a typical company context, such improvements become the way things are and are not to be questioned until something goes wrong. Remember that every improvement in a continuous improvement technique can become the new benchmark for the next improvement. What is continuous improvement? Finally, when providing recommendations for future learning and improvement, it's important to consider the following factors. First, it is crucial to consider the learning outcomes. How will the recommendations enhance knowledge and skills? Second, we should think about the improvements required in future learning arrangements. Are there gaps in the current learning process that need to be addressed? Lastly, take time to reflect on the future learning, considering legislation and organizational policies. How can learning initiatives align with legal requirements and company policies? By taking these aspects into account, we can develop effective strategies that contribute to long-term success. In conclusion, continuous improvement is a structured and essential approach for enhancing business processes. The PDCA cycle ensures that improvements are data-driven and sustainable. By applying critical thinking to analyze results and provide well-informed recommendations, we can contribute to more effective learning and development strategies. Thank you for joining this session, and I hope you find these insights useful in your professional journey.